That's a lot of dinks.
Steinway Avenue looks like any other street in northern Astoria. Cars pass, storefronts open and close, and people move through it without noticing much. But beneath the everyday noise is a deeper story. One that begins with William Steinway, the driving force behind Steinway Village and one of the most ambitious industrial planners of the 19th century. In the early 1870s, William Steinway purchased more than 400 acres of land across the East River from Manhattan. His goal wasn't simply to expand the piano business. He wanted to build a community, a place where workers could live in stability, raise families, and stay connected to the craft that defined their livelihood. He imagined a village with order, dignity, and purpose. And Steinway Avenue became the central thread running through that vision. William documented much of his work in his diary. He wrote about walking the marshland in the great India rubber boots, inspecting property lines, and overseeing the construction of what he called country homes with city comforts. His entries show a man deeply involved in every detail, from the layout of the streets to the placement of the shade trees along Steinway Avenue. Around this avenue, Steinway built the infrastructure for a functioning town. There was a public school, a firehouse, and a post office, all funded or donated by the company. There were worker homes designed to offer stability and keep families close to the factory. There was also a church and library. These reinforced the cultural and moral framework he believed supported good craftsmanship. There was also a trolley line connecting Steinway Village to the rest of Queens. This system not only moved workers, but it also generated revenue to the company. The Steinway factory itself included its lumber mill and foundry. It stood just off the avenue, and it remains in operation today. The factory was the anchor of the village, and Steinway Avenue was the route workers walked every day to reach it. William Steinway's motivations were practical as much as idealistic. Manhattan's factories were crowded and prone to labor unrest. By creating a self-contained village, he hoped to offer workers a better life while protecting the company from the instability of the city. His diary makes this clear. He wanted a workforce that felt rooted, respected, and far from the machinations of the anarchists and socialists influencing labor movements downtown. Steinway Avenue was also connecting the village to one of William's most ambitious side projects, North Beach Amusement Park, a respectable alternative to Coney Island. It was illuminated by the early electric lighting and drew visitors from across the region. This land, it later became known as LaGuardia Airport, and this transformed the area yet again. But by the late 19th century, Steinway Avenue was the spine of a fully functioning company town. This was one of the few examples of industrial urban planning in American history. Workers lived steps away from the factory, children attended the Steinway-funded school, families worshiped in the church William donated land for. Life was organized around the idea that community and craft could reinforce each other. Today, Steinway Avenue still carries that legacy. While the shade trees are gone and the trolleys no longer run, the Steinway Village has been absorbed into modern Astoria, but the factory remains, and the street still bears the name of the man who imagined a place where industry and everyday life could coexist. Steinway Avenue isn't just a road, it's a surviving piece of William Steinway's experiment, a reminder of a time when a company just didn't build projects, it built community.